Good morning. This is Alonzo Edwards with Top Flite Financial. Today, a new setting. I'm so excited. Today, like I said before, we're going to be interviewing different professionals in their field, such as realtors, home inspectors. Today, I'm so excited because I have an attorney with me today, Paige Purvis, a title closer. Attorney, he's going to go over what he does. But other than that, this is not a solicitation. Of course, you know, it's the buyer's choice. Who they want to use for a title closer when they get ready to close your loan. But mainly, I'm going to let him go over what he does. Again, my name is Alonzo with Top Flite Financial. We are a Mississippi licensed mortgage company and an equal opportunity lender. I got it right. I'm so excited. Let's get started. I'm going to switch the camera and you're going to meet him. All right. All right, this is Paige. We're going to get a little set up here. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. Okay, Paige, we just want to know a little bit about what you guys do and what happens at a closing. What is a closing? What does a title company do?
Well, when we finally get to the closing table, we'll be in a conference room such as this, and like Alonzo said, you get to choose your own closing attorney as a buyer. But we'll come in here and we'll have what's called a settlement statement. It's got all the numbers on it, showing your purchase price, showing your earnest money that you put down, showing the loan amount. And we'll run over the numbers as to what a buyer is paying and what a seller is paying. And we come to the bottom line number, and that's what a person has to bring to closing. And then in addition, after we go over the settlement statement, that's the most important thing, we have all documents from your lender, such as the promissory note, the deed of trust, and just some other lender paperwork that you'll have to sign and go over. And so we'll have the seller in here as well. And the most important document that a seller signs is the warranty deed. So that conveys the title over to you as the new purchaser. So it's, by the time we get to the closing table, you will have gone over, and had a home inspection and all the preliminary stuff. So this is just the culmination of doing the closing, signing the paperwork, and the seller conveying the title over to you, and you'll exchange keys, garage door openers, etc., and everything will be done. So that's what happens at a closing. How long does it normally take?
When you come to closing, how long does it normally take at closing?
Well, a normal closing is usually about 45 minutes. So a lot of people have these horror stories of 2 to 3 hours, and that's not the truth. If you have a good closing attorney that you know or get a referral from, I mean, it usually is the attorney is well prepared and the documents are ready, and it usually takes about 45 minutes to sign everything.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about insurance at closing. How does insurance come into play if a client is using like maybe Allstate or State Farm? Because a lot of clients, when they call me, they want to know what happens at closing as far as my insurance. Will my insurance be paid? Do I even have to have insurance at closing? What do I have to do?
Yeah, you'll always have to have homeowners insurance at closing. Your lender will require that. And what happens on the settlement statement is the lender requires a buyer or even a seller, if you have a seller paying a lot of closing costs, that a 1 year of homeowners insurance is paid up front, and that'll be collected at closing on the settlement statement. So it won't be an extra expense that you'll do after closing. Every cost and expense will be taken care of at closing. And then in addition, just one other item, you're probably going to be escrowing for your insurance and your taxes. So on your insurance, as I said, you'll pay 1 year up front at closing, and then you'll set up your escrow account. So the lender will be collecting 2 to 3 months of escrow for your insurance. So by the time each year rolls around, which the following year rolls around, you'll have enough money in your escrow account to pay the next year of insurance as well as your taxes.
Okay, that's great. Now you said 2 things that I want to get about 1 minute, about 30 seconds. What is a settlement statement and what is escrow?
Well, a settlement statement, again, is just it's a 3-page document, and it just sets forth the purchase price, your closing cost, your loan amount, your earnest money. It just sets forth all of the numbers with regard to your closing. And it shows the bottom line number as to what the buyer has to bring to closing. And sometimes buyers, because sellers pay a lot of closing costs, they'll get their earnest money back. So it all depends, but it does show the bottom line number as to what a buyer has to come to closing with, as well as what a seller goes home with after the closing.
Okay, and the escrow?
And the escrow, again, that's reflected on the settlement statement, but it basically shows a lender collecting 2 months or two to 3 months of insurance up front, as well as taxes up front, so that when your insurance and taxes come due at whatever time of the year, the taxes are due at the end of the year, but insurance can be, a year from closing. So anyway, all that is taken care of for you. It's made a part of your payment each month. It's all inclusive in your payment. So you make a one payment. It includes your principal and interest on your note, as well as your escrows for insurance and taxes.
Okay, I appreciate it, Paige. Now, if any of our viewers or any of our Facebook people, anybody want to contact you, how can they contact you to ask you any questions, or if they want to use you for closing?
Well, my law firm name is Paige L. Purvis, PA, and my phone number is 601-988-6000, and my email address is ppurvis@ppurvis.com. So ppurvis@ppurvis.com.
Okay, where are you guys located?
We're at the south end of Ridgewood Road. Ridgewood's a long road in Jackson, so we're south of Lakeland Drive. We're actually the last building on the street of Ridgewood Road. It's 2630 Ridgewood Road, Suite E in Jackson, 39216.
All right, Paige, I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Again, this is Alonzo with Top Flite Financial. We are a Mississippi licensed mortgage company and an equal opportunity lender. I'm so excited that we interviewed Paige Purvis today. Basically, just going over what happens at a closing, what happens at a title closing. Of course, we're the lender, so mainly we don't do the closing. That's Paige's job. We appreciate you and we love you.